Good morning, Hojo staff, students, and families. Ya Teabin. We're ready to start our day, so please stand. Place your right hand over your heart. Our voices are off and bodies are still. Eyes are on the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. Good morning, everyone. Today is Friday. Happy Friday. And it is November 6th. And before I forget, I'll say we have one birthday today. Ronan is having a birthday. Happy birthday, sir. And Kyrie is having a birthday on Sunday. Happy birthday, Kyrie. I hope you have a great weekend. Let's see, for music. Today we've been listening to the music that Mrs. Neff has provided for us from, let's see if I can pull it up here. For the composer of the week, composer of music of the week. Let's listen. Okay, friends, what are we listening to? Stars and Stripes Forever by John Philip Sousa. That's right. If we were in a normal year, we would be in a parade on Wednesday, and we would be playing that music and marching along. Do you remember we did that last year? We will again one day, but not this year. So, Stars and Stripes Forever, John Philip Sousa. Our poem this week is Robert Louis Stevenson, and the name of it is The Swing. That's right. How do you like to go up in a swing, up in the air so blue? Oh, I do think it the pleasantest thing ever a child can do. Up in the air and over the wall, till I can see so wide, rivers and trees and cattle and all, over the countryside. Till I look down on the garden green, down on the roof so brown. Up in the air I go flying again, up in the air and down. Okay, remember how many stanzas are there? 3 stanzas. And what was the rhyme scheme we had? The first line is A, rhymes with the third line, and the second line rhymes with the fourth line. And so it's A, B, right? That's the rhyme scheme on Robert Louis Stevenson's The Swing. Okay, art. So Mr. Berg has been showing us some different places around the country and around the world. And the first one we looked at was the Greek Parthenon, the Parthenon in Athens, Greece, built 450 years before the recorded birth of Christ. And it's high on a mountain, I guess, called the Acropolis. And it was built for the goddess Athena, yes. And then Mr. Berg has shown us, let's turn it this way. This building was the Roman Colosseum. That's right, where some terrible things took place, with people cheering, people fighting to the death, and games that were put on for sport. But it makes you wonder about the value of life and how humans behave. It's kind of a sad thing. I hope we don't come to that again. Then we have this place, the Pantheon, right? And Pantheon is in Rome, and the Pantheon was built for all of the gods, and it is actually still used today as a Catholic church, right? The Pantheon. And when we looked at that building compared to the buildings that we have in our own country, we could see a lot of similarities. Remember with the architecture, with all the columns. And so we can see we borrowed a lot of things from their art and architecture, as well as their ideas on democracy. So it was a classical, the Greek and Roman time is considered the classical time, which is a neoclassical time, the new classical time, in the birth of the United States, when we took a lot of those ideas of democracy and a lot of the ideas about architecture and things that are beautiful, put them all together, and we made our country with those, using those things. And our school is a classical school, so we value those things. Okay, on to the Bill of Rights. So let's do the first four amendments together. Congress shall make no law respecting the establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and petition the government for a redress of grievances. Second Amendment. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Third Amendment. No soldier shall in time of peace be quartered in any house without the consent of the owner, nor in time of war, but in a manner to be prescribed by law. Fourth Amendment. The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrant shall issue but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. Okay, so the Fifth Amendment, we started to talk about that yesterday. Let's just do the first part together again. No person shall be held to answer for a capital or otherwise infamous crime, unless on a presentment or indictment of a grand jury, except in cases arising in the land or naval forces or in the militia, when in actual service in time of war or public danger. Okay, that's the first part of the Fifth Amendment that we talked about yesterday, that you can't be charged for a serious crime that comes with the penalty of life in prison or death or long prison terms, unless you have the grand jury decides that there's enough evidence to move forward. So people can't just accuse you of murder and then you wind up having to defend against murder. There has to be enough evidence to even go to trial. And then the next part talks about, I'll read this next little phrase and we'll talk about it. Nor shall any person be subject for the same offense to be twice put in jeopardy of life or limb. So no person can be brought for charges, but brought to trial on the same crime twice. So if you have to go to trial, if they think there's enough evidence and you go to trial and you're found not guilty, they can't get more evidence later on and come back and try you again for that same crime. So they only get to try you one time. So they have to make sure they have enough evidence so that people aren't always worried that the government can come and take their life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness away. So we have to have law and order. We have to make sure that people are accountable for making bad choices and that we have a system of justice, because without that we can't be free. We have to have a system of justice that we all agree to, but that we can't be at risk of always being charged with crimes that we've already been convicted or we've already gone to trial for and have been found not guilty. So that's an important one. And so you often hear that. People will talk about double jeopardy. You can't be put in jeopardy twice. And so that's part of the Fifth Amendment. Okay, friends. We have our wreath sale going on. You don't have to give any money now. You can if you want to, or you can just wait till you pick up. And we want to sell about 100 wreaths if we can. They can either be the artificial ones or the real ones. And if we sell those, the money is going to go to help our sports teams. Right now we have cross country, volleyball, and our mountain bike club. And as the year goes on, we'll have new sports as we're allowed to play them. So that's all that I have for today. So let's do our student pledge together. I will do the good, I will learn the true, and I will love the beautiful. And I hope you have a great day today.